We told you last week the nation's highest court ruling in favor of a Colorado web designer who refused to make wedding websites for same-sex couples, saying it goes against her right to free speech.
Lorie Smith is now protected from doing so under the First Amendment, but some possible falsehoods are coming to light in this case. FOX31's Talya Cunningham explains, all new at 9. Talya.
Well, Erica, the ruling sent shockwaves, as we know, across the nation because this entire case is built on hypotheticals. So Lorie Smith was planning a business and never turned a customer away. But the Christian web designer said she only had one inquiry from a potential client named Stuart, who was interested in a wedding website for him and his partner. So here's where things get interesting. A journalist with the New Republic was following up on the story and decided to give Stuart a call, who was listed in court documents. Well, it turns out that Stuart is a web designer himself, is married to a woman, and says he doesn't know who Lorie Smith is and has never even contacted her. So Stuart told us in a statement, in part, quote, "I don't know how my contact information ended up in the documentation for this case. Nobody connected with this case has ever reached out to me in an attempt to verify the information contained in the court filings as correct." So the big question tonight is, where did this alleged inquiry to 303 Creative really come from? Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser addressing the claim of fabrication just last week.
There is no website development happening. There is no business operating. This was a made-up case without the benefit of any real facts or customers.
Last week's ruling suggests that artists, photographers, and writers can refuse services if doing so would run contrary to their beliefs. However, other businesses not engaged in speech would not be covered, such as restaurants and hotels. So the CEO of Alliance Defending Freedom, that's a faith-based organization, and it's firing back to what she calls, quote, false statements. So she stated this in part to say that Lorie Smith, or ADF, that's that organization, fabricated a request for a same-sex wedding website is a lie. And it's telling that many people who push this false narrative can't bring themselves to consider the more likely scenario that Stuart or another activist did in fact submit the request. In studio, Talya Cunningham, FOX31.